Well, what's going on, guys? We've had a lot of interest in Pete's Ater system, so we figured season's over, so we'd do a quick video on all the different Aters that we've tried over the season, stuff we like, stuff we don't like, a couple of tricks, and some useful tips that hopefully you guys can use in this upcoming next season. Alright, so the two different Ater styles or methods that I used. In the beginning of the season, I actually was using Hawk helium sticks. So I actually had built this myself with a buddy. It's just a nylon strap, and at the bottom we actually just did a cobra weave just for a little bit more rigidity to step on. But I actually used my lone wolf stick. I didn't actually bring my heliums with me today, but all I would do is actually just throw it up over top of the standoff there where it would be hanging. One thing I wasn't a huge fan of is you'd have a lot of kick, so you'd actually have to, this out of the way, you'd actually have to kind of put your foot in sideways and twist it to the side to get enough tension that you could go up. The big thing that I wasn't a fan of with that would be coming down in the dark or going up in the dark. Trying to find your stepping was really difficult, and it would want to sway and kick out a bunch. You could actually also use this to carry your sticks. It actually would, going in the morning or evening sit, you could just tie them up like this and throw it right over your shoulder. But yeah, since then, I don't know if you guys watched our other video, but I went to the lone wolf sticks. I like them a little bit better. I do miss the double step every once in a while, but what I did for these guys is I don't know which companies are which anymore and all that stuff, but they actually have on the Lone Wolf custom gear these cable Aters. I'm sure you could build them yourself, but I think it was like 15 or 16 bucks on their website. So I actually bought those, and I think I had to go to the hardware store and get 1/2 inch longer bolt, plop it through the bottom there, and have this Ater. The reason I like these a little bit more, I don't know if you can see in the camera there, but it actually kicks it off the tree a lot more. So going in there, it's not a problem because your foot is already kind of stable going into the Ater and doesn't have near as much kick out. Just super easy to get up and down in the dark, finding it and strap it up. You just spin it up and do your normal thing. So that's probably what I'll be working with for a while. I have this on 2 of my sticks. You probably could do all 4 of them if you really wanted to, but I figured just for safety precautions, which I'm sure they're fine, but as all you guys know with the DIY stuff, it's kind of tried at your own risk. But yeah, other than that, I think this is probably the route I'll be sticking. Those are my 2 methods, and from there we'll turn it over to Pete.
Alright guys, so this is my preferred method of climbing. This is what I found to be the most comfortable, the easiest at night, a way that I can get up higher. Early season, I'm only carrying 3 sticks. Late season, I'm carrying 4, but I can get up much higher with this style Ater. I did see this. Somebody else made a video very similar. I only seen it once. I could never find it again. So I basically just tailored it to what I thought was best for me. And this is a very cheap way of making an Ater as well. Basically, it's 2 ratchet straps. You want to get a hook that looks very similar to this, and the reason why is as you're going up or down, you want it to be able to sit in the valley of the step, but it cams over the top of the step itself. So even if you rock back, you're still going to be sitting on the step, and it's not going to slide or slip off. And then as I go up or down, I put that hook as close as I can to the stick. So basically how I made it is, like I said, 2 ratchet straps. Basically I just tied a knot, looped it around, tied it in a knot. I haven't trimmed this off yet because I might want to adjust this down the road or something to make it a little bit longer or shorter. I'm still playing with it, so my suggestion is to do the same. Just leave yourself a little tail, so that way if you find you want to make it a little bit longer or shorter, you can just undo the knot, set a new knot. Then once you guys find that that length that you like, you can cut it and cinch it off. At the bottom of the loop where my foot would go through, basically I just attached elastic band. You can buy this stuff for like $5 on Amazon. It comes with a whole kit, a bunch of different connectors and stuff. The video that I watched the guy use, he just used shoelace. I thought this was a little bit quicker. So basically, I'm just gonna slide that over my foot with both the elastic band and the strap and pull that tight. So now that strap is going to be stuck on my foot, and no matter what, it cannot come off until I undo that elastic band. So that way you guys aren't lifting yourself up and the strap comes off and you're fighting that, especially at nighttime. So that's the one side. The other side is made exactly the same, except this side I put an elastic bungee. And then basically, as this thing gets stretched out, I just tied a knot to make up the slack. You can shorten the whole loop, but in the middle of the woods, you don't want to be cutting, singeing stuff off. So this is going to go on the exact same way. And then you're going to take the elastic band and run it through your linesman's loops. And with a little carabiner, I'm going to hook that on. No weight is going to be placed on this elastic band. Basically, that's going to keep this up so it's easy for you to grab, as well as you step up, it's going to basically come off of the step, getting ready to, so you're not fighting with it stuck on a step, basically. Your height, you guys are going to have to play with the height of the stick. I could probably make this stick a little bit higher for me, but basically you want the length of the Ater to be, so when you set on the stick and you step up, when you reach your leg up comfortably, that's going to be, basically that's going to be your length of your strap, is for your next step, not from the ground. From the ground, since your other foot's pretty stable here, you can find yourself making this thing extra long and hooking on like something similar to this. Like, I could definitely do that, but when I go to my next step, if I have them both this exact same length, now I'm gonna have this whole, a whole bunch of slack just hanging there to get in the way to get tugged on something. So basically, like I said, when you make this, the length between your foot and the hook is based off of the distance between your leg lifting from the first step to the second step. So as you step up, you're gonna hook on, and then coming back down is in reverse. Now when I grab this, I put my finger through the loop. This adds a little bit extra. As you step up, that bungee's gonna retract that hook. You're gonna step to the next one. Bungee's gonna pull that one, and you can finish climbing up. From here, I would set my next stick. Thanks, Jeremy. From here, I would set my next stick and then climb up and do the exact same thing all the way up. You can use this while you're hunting. You can leave it on. I've done it as I got to the top of the tree. Deer's coming in, and I shot a deer with these on. I normally try to take them off just because it's less in my way. Putting it on the tree stand, I put the feet on first. That way, if you fumble and you accidentally drop one, it's going to be hooked to your foot. And then I would attach the two loops through the bungee. As I'm coming down, especially at nighttime, basically I'm grabbing my next hook here with one hand. And as I'm stepping down, I'm guiding that hook on. Before I put any weight on there, I'm making sure that my hook is inside of one of the valleys of the step. Same thing, before I come down, I'm grabbing the hook. And then as you come down, you're gonna have to lift this up off top. So again, I don't try to grab it by here. I put my finger in the loop of the hook, pull them right off. They're light, costs me $10 or less to make. I went with probably the heaviest straps, weighting straps that I could, just because don't need to buy some 1,000-pound strap and have something stupid happen and they break. But I mean, you're not strapping down an excavator, you're just climbing a tree. So that's basically it. I mean, if you guys have any questions, we'll be glad to go through a few things. If you guys want to see me make a set, just let us know and we'll do a separate video and go through the exact process and lengths that I use to make this. So I tried the 6-step Ater, and basically how I was attaching it to the tree, depending on if you're using sticks or if you're using like wild edge steps or something, the way you attach it might be a little bit different. But basically, I'm just using basically like a tether with a pressing knot on it, and then I'm slinging that up as high as I can, looping it through, and then using the pressing knot itself to hold that tight to the tree so it can't fall down while you're grabbing your Ater. And it's basically just has a carabiner, goes through the pressing and on. And then what you kind of notice here is the same thing Jeremy kind of ran into with his movable Ater, is that the ladder is close to the tree, so you're constantly trying to pull it away from the tree. So as you're going up, you're kind of leaning back into the tree a little bit. And what you notice is my heel down here is kind of pivoting, and you're fighting that the whole way up. But it is possible, but that's exactly what would happen at nighttime when I'm trying to come down. So that's why I kind of went away with that. You can kind of do a little bit better if you keep your, I found if you keep your lineman's belt a little bit tight, keep yourself closer to the tree. But as you get farther up, you're more on your toes than you are on your heels, so you lose your stability. Then as you're coming down, you're always trying to fight to get your foot fully in the loop so you're away from the tree. A lot of times I would have to sit back into the saddle and fish the loop into my foot. That I didn't like. I definitely would not use this as a movable Ater. Basically, this was the first set, and then I would hang my sticks above that. So I didn't feel the safest with it, but that's why I went on to different methods to try out, and I suggest that you guys do the same.
That was hard. I didn't even try and hit you. Jeremy, you didn't try to hit me. You're a liar. If I wanted to hit you, I could. Ow!
You're such a girl. I got your camera. All right. Come on, let's get this outro done.
Good?
I've been rolling the whole time, buddy.
Oh, nice. That hurt. Yeah, that's what I used to do. All right, guys. Well, season's over for us here, Maryland, PA. So the next thing for us, we'll maybe do some bow fishing coming up in the spring here, turkey hunting. So if there's any other videos you guys want to watch or for us to make, let us know. I feel like I'm gonna get hit by a snowball. So until then, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.